Madrid leading by 17. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Ion. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
Their interior defense has been dismal.
Yeah, and unfortunately, their offense in the paint hasn't been a whole lot better.
Goran Savic, the best to count. Good.
Good look. He'll make that one most of the time.
A steal. And they're on the break. And he gets it to go. Madrid leading by 15 to the left wing. No Sione with it. Sinks the three-pointer.
Boy, this team has really been on the offensive glass here in the second half, doing an outstanding job. And that's one of the reasons they're on top.
Here's Kirilenko. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good.
Boy, they've really dominated on the glass, and of course they've done a lot of good things here tonight, but the rebounds have played a major factor.
Hey, Steve, you know rebounding always one of the key barometers in determining the victor.
Weems. And he dunks it after the pick frees him up.
Man, that is a great move off the baseline and a big-time play at the basket.
Fantastic reverse dunk, Clark. Had to get up high for that one.
Boy, and that's the kind of play, guys, you know this, that can really spark a team.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
Carroll dishes to Nocioni. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
He kind of threaded the needle with that pass into the paint.
Here's Teodosic. And again, it's Sessler. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. There's the dish to Rivers. Baseline try. And too long on the shot.
That's a shot that he sometimes struggles with, but you can't fault him for taking it when the defense backs off like that.
These defenders look overmatched right now, especially inside.
Yeah, you look at the numbers, 10 of the last 12 points have come from close range, so I agree.
Here is Barousis. No good with the wing jumper.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
Beautiful lead pass there. He let his teammate run right underneath it.
Time called here. Madrid decides to talk it over.
Well, I felt like his defense was letting him down out there, guys, so he wanted to get a timeout to talk it over, try to tighten things up here.
You know, a part of coaching, a lot of coaching actually, is making sure that momentum never gets too far away from your team. That's a good timeout.
teams deciding to change it up. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Hi, Kevin. The head coach for the visiting team had some instruction for his guys during that last break. He told the players, let's put our foot on them and keep them down. We've got them exactly where we want them. I want to see you guys slow the pace, use the clock, and stay away from any silly fouls.
And Seska making a change here. Teodosic, the pass to Kriop. Good on the shot.
Beautiful job angling his body, shielding the big man from the ball on his way to the basket.
That's really the only way to do it if you're going to take it down there amongst the tall trees.
Reyes, he's checked for Gustavo Ayan. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. And Seska with possession. They're on a 13-5 run here. Teodosic, the pass to Kriop. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
Seems like they're on their heels every time defensively because the ball continues to go into the post.
Well, if they don't pick up the aggression, things are only going to get worse.
Down low. Here's Reyes.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Well, they already had him staggered, and now all of a sudden they're throwing some haymakers.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. I mean, they're really pushing them around physically at this point.
Seska trails by 15. Snatched away. Here's Fernandez. That's short off the rim.
That's a shot he's got to hit. I mean, you don't get too many better looks from that range. Some great free throw shooting so far in this second half.
I think they should keep trying to initiate contact and get back to the line until they start missing from there. But as it is, they're perfect so far, so keep it up.
Madrid leading by 13. To the wing on the left. Here's Huey. Feeds it to Fernandez. For the three. They get the rebound.
Some big-time power on that putback.
You got to admire the perseverance, don't you? He worked for that one so hard.
Went after it.
Yeah, that's what offensive rebounding is all about, Kevin. Anticipation and grinding for those second chances.
Boy, he's having a great half here. Exactly the opposite of the first.
They set the pick. Weems. Rebounded by Madrid. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Well, that just adds to what's probably an already insurmountable lead. I think they'll be walking out of here with a pretty easy victory.
Steve, I think that's a given.
The offensive rebound. Here is Mark Hoshvili. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two. That one is off.
2 shots.
Well, at this point, early in the season, still so much optimism for the season ahead. We all have our predictions, but there are always going to be some surprises out there, some surprise teams. And that's why we say all the time, that's why they tee it up and play the games.
Teodosic, the pass to Weems. And now here's Fernandez, the fast break opportunity.
Time to turn out the lights on this game.
I think they deserve a ton of credit for the way they played here today. Truly a professional display.
And early on, while teams are still gelling, still knocking the rust off, Steve, it creates kind of a period, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, this is often where you'll see some upsets. You know, the talent you have on paper is one thing, but you got to produce on the court. I mean, teams really just getting put to their first tests.
Rodriguez left side. And the wing jumper offline. Rodriguez has gone 2 of 6 here tonight from the field. And the foul on Andrei Kirilenko. That's foul number 2 for him.
Frustration foul there. You've got to maintain your composure.
Yeah, he lost his cool there, Steve. I mean, you can understand it, but you can't excuse it.
Yui's checked in for Madrid. And Madrid making a change here. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time.
Not nearly as productive a trip to the line as he'd have liked. They need all their free throws to go down at this point.
Probably time to just say it, guys. This game is over.
I think you're right on target there.
Such a careless pass. You've got to keep your head in the game here.
To the right side. And the basket by Barousas.
I'll tell you what, they are dialed in from three-point land here in the fourth quarter.
You called that one right, causing some serious harm from long range.
Out of bounds, Madrid takes possession.
Such a careless pass. You've got to keep your head in the game here.
He's off on the first. And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there. And so Madrid takes the win. Not much to be critical of with this win, Clark.
Not at all. I mean, they showed up not just to play, they showed up to give great effort and to win, and they did both.
Thank you for joining us for this presentation of the NBA on